would always be the same normal guy when I hung out with him. No change. He always hinted that he was depressed or like this and that, but that he's all right, to reassure me and stuff. And like, I'd always pick up on that, depressing, undertones that he would give me. And I would always question it.
I'm Chris Jankowski. I'm 22 years old, and I suffered from general anxiety disorder. Anxiety means to me terrible time in my life. It means that I'm probably going to get sick and feel like I'm going to throw up. And yeah, just the inability to do anything that I want to do. The anxiety I have is general anxiety. It's basically a number of things that can set off my anxiety. Social situations, like going out with people I don't know, being in public with people I don't know, and having even a chance of having to talk to someone that I don't know. I used to think a lot about like college and how much everything was going to cost, and when I started having to take on all these responsibilities of being an adult, that's exactly when this started happening. A lot of the things I would do when I was dealing with my anxiety by myself, I would lay in bed a lot, play a lot of video games. Online gameplay definitely helped. I met a lot of people that I still talk to. They really just didn't care who I was, other than who they knew me to be online. Like, they didn't care what I looked like or anything, and that was really helpful. My anxiety pretty much closed me off from the rest of my family. I didn't really talk to them very much. Work, I was really unable to work. I wasn't making money for like 2 years. The last relationship I had was in 2008. Relationships were pretty much non-existent. I would just, anytime I thought about it or seen a girl I liked, I felt like I was going to puke. I just felt embarrassed about what I was going through. I thought no one was going to believe that I had anxiety or felt the way that I did. Me and Lewis met in freshman year. We really got close, and then I realized that he only lived a block or two away from me, and that's when we really started to get close. It was really hard for me to tell Lewis because I felt embarrassed about my anxiety, but when I did, it was around the same time I told my mom. She was getting pretty frustrated with the fact that I didn't have a job and I wasn't really doing anything other than sit in my room all day. And then I finally told her I think I have anxiety, and she started to convince me to get help and go to counseling.
At first, when I knew he had a problem, I half-heartedly didn't believe he had anxieties. But I did, after a while, start noticing. I would try to bring Chris to places like the mall or the theater where he can go out and have fun with people and not have to socially interact with anybody other than me.
It just bummed me out so bad that I couldn't really do anything other than stay in my room all day. The image I seen of myself was of a lonely, good-for-nothing that just sat around and did nothing. I just seen myself as some weak little person that couldn't do anything for himself. Didn't want to be who I was anymore. I wanted to change. I went to counseling for a year, and I took some medications. I took Zoloft and Ativan. Me and my counselor used to talk about what things would trigger my anxieties and ways to just calm myself when I'm in those kind of situations. About 7 months after I started going to counseling and stuff, they took me off Zoloft. I felt like it did a 180 with my anxiety. I didn't feel like anything in the world was going to harm me or make me feel sick anymore.
We were always hanging out, and things were going great. And then that's when his house burnt down.
The night my house burned down, I was pretty much home relaxing. The power went out, and I remember smelling smoke, but I never thought anything of it. I seen an orange glow behind our kitchen door, and I knew right then that our house was on fire. Took my dog outside right away, and my mom followed me right after. And then when I looked up the stairs to see my dad coming down, he wasn't there, and he went back in the house trying to save my sister, who wasn't home. My dad got stuck in the bathroom. I found out where he was, and I tried to break in. I felt like I had to do anything to get him out. I also felt like it was my fault for not making sure he got out of the house before. At the time I tried to figure out or rip off the rest of the window, firefighters were there, and they told me to get away. The firefighters had a tough time getting to the back of the house. They finally got him out, and he was burnt all over. He had third-degree burns on his back and on his hands. He had to get skin grafts on his hands. It's pretty traumatizing to see my dad all burnt up. But the emotions of feeling happy that he was just alive were so overwhelming that I couldn't really think about him just getting terrible. When my dad was in the hospital, he was there for about 2 months. It felt like a lot longer than that. After the fire, we lost almost everything. We only got a few things out of the fire. We got a picture album, and luckily my computer was okay. I was scared. I thought I was gonna relapse and just go back into my old habits and be afraid of the world again.
After Chris's house burnt down, I tried bringing him to everything that I went to, even when it was inconvenient. I always tried to reassure him that his life was going to get better. He had an upcoming charity event just for him and his family. He already had a new house at this point.
After the house burned down, my aunt took us in because our new house wasn't finished, getting renovated so we can move in. I'm still living there because of a contractor issue with the new house. I called my counselor and made an appointment with her, and we went and talked, and I just got everything off my chest right at the counselor's office, and any worries or anything just went away after that. My counselor was the biggest part of getting over my anxiety.
Chris is a lot different from when he started his anxieties. Ever since he's done that therapy, and ever since even the fire, he's been just a more generally positive person. If Chris didn't do his therapy, or if Chris didn't have the friends that he had, things could have been a lot different. A lot darker for Chris.
Right now, I'm working at the Buffalo Air Center. I feel like I could talk to anyone when I go out now. Girls are no problem either. I feel really comfortable around anyone. I'm looking forward to having a relationship with a girl again. I think that'll be fun. I really want to go to school now. I feel like I can handle it. Probably go to ECC for computer repair. I really enjoy computers. I just want to fix them.
If Chris doesn't lose his focus, I see him doing what he's wanted to do for his career, which is building computers, selling computers, repairing computers.
Luz is really important to me. He's always there to listen to me when I want to talk to someone. He's pretty much the best person I know. To anyone else that has anxiety, just make sure you talk to someone. It helps a lot more than you would think. And don't be embarrassed about it, because that's not going to help anything. And if people don't believe you, then they're not really people you want to talk to anyways.
Stay alive for me. You will die